Hey, how's it going? It's FamKam. Tonight's video is going to be a little different. You may have noticed that I've taken my channel in a specific direction where I focus on role plays and comedy ASMR. But we have a collab that's been in the works for a bit of time now that is now finally ready. I've gathered some vegetarian and vegan ASMRtists where we all talk about our experiences or favorite recipes, stuff like that. For those who don't know, I myself am vegan and have been for nearly 10 years and counting. And before we start, I want to give a little disclaimer. This video is not meant to try to convert anybody to vegetarianism or veganism. That is not the purpose of this video at all. And if you don't believe me, we have a former vegan in the collab who talks about her experiences and the good of it, but also why she couldn't keep doing it. Because if you are interested in becoming vegetarian or vegan, you have to weigh in the pros and the cons, not just for whether or not you actually want to do it, but also if you decide to do it, you got to know what you're getting into because there is a way to do it wrong. And I have done it wrong for quite a while. Now, I am by no means a nutritionist, but I do know a thing or two that can help you do it in a healthful way. But that will probably be for another video or a Twitch stream. If you want to talk more about this, make sure to tune into my Twitch streams. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Link to my Twitch channel is in the description. But for now, I will be talking about some of my experiences and some of my favorite recipes. And then I will pass the baton to everybody else in the collab. So as I stated before, I've been vegan for almost 10 years. I was pescatarian in 2008 all the way to 2011, and then decided to convert it over to veganism in 2011. Really, the only thing I was eating that wasn't vegan at that point was cheese, and I have discovered some really good vegan cheese to replace it. Daya was my go-to. Now, I can't recommend their Jack flavored Daya. If you like it, that's fine. But it's not one of my favorites. But I am a sucker for their cheddar and their mozzarella. Another brand I can recommend is Violife, especially their cheddar, Violife cheddar. If you melt it on nachos, it feels like you're eating nachos. I'm not kidding. They feel very authentic. So when I first became vegan, I had family and friends be concerned with my diet because at the time I was really skinny, really scrawny, and they thought it was going to get worse. They thought I was going to become anorexic, but I didn't because I ate a lot. The only reason why I was thin is because I was constantly moving, but I also wasn't doing a lot of strength training at the time. I learned to make that a focus later on, which is why I drink a lot of protein shakes and eat a lot of other foods with protein, beans, nuts, etc., etc. In fact, the truth is, pretty much everything you eat has protein anyway, some more than others. But if you eat something that's made of cells, it's going to have protein in it because that's the only way it was able to grow. And some of my favorite recipes are quite simple, really. I often make vegetable juice, quite like what you get at Jamba Juice, but different. I love to juice carrots, kale, wheatgrass, apples, oranges. Just mix it all together. and it's really good. Now, vegetable juice may taste really sour or bitter to some people, but that's mainly because your body is not used to it. But once it is, it actually starts to taste pretty sweet. Like you can get to the point where wheatgrass tastes like soda. I'm exaggerating, but it will taste really good after a while. And another thing I love to make is vegan pizza. So the way I do it is I take the mix, I take the olive oil. If it calls for milk, I use almond milk. And if it calls for eggs, I use applesauce. Little secret for you, not so known secret, but when it comes to baking, applesauce is a phenomenal egg substitute. Very counterintuitive, but it's true. And it makes the texture really nice and smooth. So I do that. I heat up the crust, and after that, put on the toppings. I lay down the sauce, either Diet or Violife mozzarella, and add my toppings. My toppings of choice, this is going to make most people cringe, are mushrooms, olives, yes, pineapples. Sorry, Gary and Alpha. Spinach, onions, and a load of crushed red pepper or other kinds of peppers. Sometimes I make it with less toppings, but if I go all out, those are my toppings. And that's it for me. Now we will pass the baton to my fellow vegetarian and vegan ASMR artists. Take it away.
Hi friends, I am very, very excited about tonight's video because I get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which I never bring into my ASMR content. So without further ado, let's talk about veganism. I have been vegan about 10 years, which feels like an insanely long time. But I was also vegetarian for many years before I made the commitment to go vegan. I have always been an animal lover, which is why at about 11 or 12 years old, I saw a very graphic video of slaughterhouse footage and resolved to not participate in animal exploitation anymore. When I got a little bit older, I realized that the meat, egg, and dairy industries were just completely intertwined, and if I wanted to refuse to participate, I would also need to be vegan. So I made the switch and have not since looked back. But I do not want to be a bummer. There's a lot more to veganism than just animal rights. But if you are interested in animal rights and the animal liberation front, direct action, I would recommend this book, Always Looking Forward, by political prisoner Walter Bond. Here's a picture of him. Looks exactly what you think a vegan political prisoner would look like, but he is currently in prison for arson after burning down a restaurant that was serving very inhumane meat and burning down a sheepskin factory. So he's the real deal. There is also a far less political way to discuss the ethics of eating animals if you are looking for a book that is pretty unbiased and talks about both the benefits and detriments of eating meat for from Donut Friend, one of my favorite places to get dessert in Los Angeles. I will show you this glorious creation. So what you are looking at is a vegan Samoa donut. It is made with hard shell chocolate on the bottom, a cake donut center, a salted caramel glaze with a chocolate drizzle, and coconut. So I just wanted to show you that vegan baked goods do not have to be gross and healthy. You can get a delicious, disgusting vegan donut that is just as unhealthy as a non-vegan donut. I'm not sacrificing flavor. I'm not sacrificing anything. This is just an incredibly delicious source of sugar. So I encourage you, if you're considering veganism, to take a look at some recipes online and figure out a way to veganize some of your favorite meals. I think the thing that has kept me vegan for so long is knowing that I am not only helping animals, but I'm also benefiting myself and the planet. So, something to consider. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great night.
Hi, I'm Laurie. I'd first like to thank Keith for putting this collab together. I'm really excited to see it and to get some tips and just to hear people's stories, because I think it's so interesting. So I have been a vegetarian for a while, and it was only recently that I developed a lactose intolerance, so I had no choice but to cut dairy from my diet. And I'm really glad that I did, because overall I just feel a lot better now. And at first I was really scared, because I thought, this is going to be so hard, cheese is life, how am I going to do this? But it's actually been a lot easier than I thought, and like I said, I'm so glad that I did it. So I've picked up 3 items which I use pretty much every day, that I would like to share with you, and they've kind of helped quite a lot in the transition for me. So firstly, milk. I only really put milk in coffee or making porridge or smoothies or something, but in my opinion, this is better than milk. I find it a lot nicer, and I'm hoping to start making my own oat milk in the future. Once I've got a bit of free time, because at the moment it's just crazy here. But secondly, chia seeds. I add these to porridge, I add them to smoothies, and I like to make chia pudding with them, which is a really nice dessert. They're really high in fibre and omega-3, and yeah, just find them a really great little addition to my diet. Plus they sound really cool as well, so. And finally, these. These are nutritional yeast flakes, which are full of all sorts of goodness. They are just super tasty. I use them in a lot of my cooking. I find anything that in the past I would put cheese on, I'll add some of these too. I hope you found this interesting, and yeah, I can't wait to hear everybody else's story, and thank you again to Keith. Okay. Goodbye.
Asked by FamKam to talk about my vegetarianism and share with you my favourite recipe. Just a quick overview of my vegetarianism. So for a long time I did eat meat, and then someone asked me if I knew where my food came from. Obviously I knew where my food came from, but I didn't want to know the process so much, and didn't want to go into it. I wanted the whole ignorance is bliss sort of life with it, and then that sort of made me think, well, if I am going to go down the route of eating meat, I should know the ins and outs of where it comes from, what they go through. And being a big animal lover, I opted that that's too much for me, and I didn't want to know that. So with that, I felt that I couldn't sit there and be all, I'm going to eat meat, but I don't want to know where it comes from. So I stopped. I took that conscious decision to stop eating meat and animal products. So it took some time. It's been about 3-4 years now since. It has been a learning curve because there's a lot of things that you do have to change. It's not just the meat side of things, it's animal products in things. I've also tried to be animal friendly and cruelty free with my general products, so all of my hair products are cruelty free and vegan. All my makeup I'm currently still changing through to being vegan and cruelty free. Just for that is because I purchased some stuff that said it was, and now recently they've changed so they're not, so now I'm just using the last of the products, as I'd find it be a waste of the animals that have given their lives. So I'm just finishing them, but I've got some good vegan and cruelty free products ready and waiting for when they are done. So my favourite recipe that I love to cook, and it's a go-to in this, is a satay sweet potato curry. It is delicious, and it's my favourite meal along with vegetarian lasagna. But that's a different story because my lasagna tastes are quite different to normal people. What you'd think lasagna is, and that's just my heritage, so that's a different story. So to make this curry, you need 500 grams of sweet potato, you need 1 onion, 2 garlic cloves, or more. Everyone knows that you don't go by the garlic rule. 1 stem of ginger, up to you if you want to use ginger. I actually don't, but it's absolutely fine if you do. It's just because I don't like ginger. You need Thai curry paste and smooth peanut butter. Please check that they are vegetarian/vegan usable. Most are. Peanut butter, check has got palm oil in as well. And then you need 400 ml of coconut milk, which is normally a tin, 200 ml of water, and 200 grams of spinach. So first of all, chop your onion, chop your garlic, chop your ginger, and peel and slot and chop the sweet potato. Put the onion and garlic in a pan to sweat down until it's soft. Once it's soft, then you can add the ginger if you are using it. Pop that in for a minute. Once that's been in for a minute, then put 3 tablespoons of the red Thai curry paste and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and give it a good mix so it doesn't stick to the pan, because your pan will be quite hot at that point. Once you've mixed that well, add in your 500 grams of sweet potato. Give that a good mix as well. Once you've done that, add in your coconut milk and then add in your 200 ml of water. Give that a good mix so everything is all mixed together, and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiled, lower the temperature on your hob so that it just simmers for about 30 minutes or until your sweet potato is soft. And you can just check that by sticking a knife into your sweet potato. I like to stir every now and again just to make sure that it's not burning to the bottom. I also taste, because I add in a little bit more peanut butter and Thai curry paste as I go. But again, preference. That's all preference. So it's up to you. Do it how you taste. Once the sweet potato has softened, you'll also notice that your mix has become reduced, so it becomes thicker. Then you just add in your 200 grams of spinach. Just slowly add it in, because when you put 200 on, it just looks like it's overloading. Once you've done that, you bring it into wilt. Just keep mixing, and once that's all wilted and in, your curry is ready to go. Now, if you have the dry roasted peanuts, you can break some up and pop them on the top of it. Serve it with a naan or rice or both, or you can have it just by itself. Actually, it's really nice just by itself, and it's an amazing go-to recipe. I find it's a hit with people who aren't veggie or vegan. You can put corn pieces in it. You can, if you do eat meat, you could even put chicken in it. I assume that would be nice. I have done it with the corn pieces for a friend who does eat meat, and she loved it.
Hello there everyone, I'm Laura123 ASMR. Shoop, 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 shoop. Shoop, 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 shoop. I've been a vegetarian since I was 14 years old, and I'm now 40 years old, so yeah, I've been a vegetarian a long time, and I'm very, 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 very proud to be a vegetarian. So I'm going to be making lots of nice, relaxing, tingly sounds for you with some different products that I eat that are, of course, vegetarian or vegan. Okay. I remember when I was 14, I went up to my mum and I was like, Mum, I want to become a vegetarian. I said, I don't want to eat dead animals anymore. Like, that's it. I'm a vegetarian from now on. And she was just like, okay. And that was that. No reaction, just okay. But yeah, I'm very, very, very proud to have been a vegetarian all this time. And I will, of course, carry on being a vegetarian. Okay, so I'm going to stop first of all, I've got these meat-free, plant-based hot dogs. Hot dogs, hot dogs, hot dogs. These are so nice. And they are made using sunflower seeds with a naturally smoky flavour. Okay, so next up is this bag of corn mince. I love, 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 love corn mince so much. Now you can either have it like just on its own as mince, or you can make lots of different things with it, including spaghetti bolognese, cottage pie, spicy chili tacos, to name but a few. Okay, so next up, I've got some more corn products. These are the corn sausages. Delicious products. I've noticed over the years there's so much more choice of like foods and stuff for vegetarians and vegans. Like when I was younger there was hardly like anything, nut roast, etc. But now there's so many different things and it's a brilliant thing. Okay, so next up I've got these are vegan sausage rolls from Plant Menu, and honestly they're so nice. Sausage rolls. You just pop them in the oven for like 20 minutes and oh my god, they are just delicious. And last but by no means least, I've just got some broccoli to show you because I love my vegetables. Broccoli is probably one of my favourite vegetables. Okay, so yeah, I'm off now, and hope you got lots of tingle, tingle, tingles.
Hi, I'm Siamese, and I'm holding some nutritional yeast in my hands, also known as nooch. If you don't know what this is a vegan staple. You put some in your food and get a nice little boost of micronutrients, B vitamins, minerals, and fiber. also make some great pesto with this as a cheese alternative. So it's amazing. It tastes really good. I feel like some people have to get used to it, but I love it. I loved it immediately. It smells a little strange because it's yeast, you know. But it's great. It's great. I bought like 4 packages of this, and it lasts forever. It was way too much. Shouldn't have bought that much. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about something important tonight, and that is a common misunderstanding about veganism as a whole. Because you see, many people view veganism as some sort of diet. That you just change what you eat. Just don't eat animal products. And that's it, right? Well, that's where it differs from vegetarians. Because vegetarians, they just don't eat meat. Which is a good thing. But there's more to veganism. It's a philosophy, a lifestyle. And first of all, an animal rights movement. It's the philosophy that animals are not things, not products, not a commodity. You know, that means that while buying animal products is a big part of being vegan, there's more to it, like not wearing leather, not wearing wool, silk, not supporting zoos or riding horses. It's because we believe that animals are not here for us. They are not ingredients in a meal. They're not entertainment. They're living beings. Want to be left in peace. You see? That's what I believe very strongly. It's very important to me. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you don't support it. If you are not vegan. It's just so ingrained in our culture and growing up that we can't see it clearly, I feel like. Many people feel attacked when you point it out. And I understand. I was like that once as well. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. Because I think it's important to deliver a clear message as a vegan. And even though I'm in this collab together with vegetarians and with former vegans, it's something completely different. I feel like if you're a vegetarian, for example, you can just eat meat. You can just make exceptions sometimes and still call yourself vegetarian. But that's not possible as a vegan because, you know, that's like calling yourself a straight edger and making exceptions. Sometimes with alcohol and drugs. Why call yourself that in the first place, you know? If you don't believe in the core message. Anyway, I'll stop preaching. Thanks for listening. And have a good night.
Hi everyone, my name is Peggy. I was once vegan for a very short time. The reason I decided to become vegan was because I was really struggling with dairy. I was feeling very sick a lot of the time, to the point where I would vomit. So I decided that I need to become vegan to sort of detox my body a little bit and give it a break from So I lasted about 3 months, and surprisingly my family was actually like pretty okay with it. Like, they weren't very judgmental, so that was good. The reason I stopped was for 2 reasons. One was clearly the connection. I didn't have the connection to the animals like most vegans would, most moral vegans do. I really struggled with that connection, and I just, no matter like what I'd watch, my heart wasn't in it for the animals, which is horrible for me to say because I adore animals. I think it is absolutely disgusting the way they are slaughtered and killed for food. But unfortunately I couldn't make that connection, and also because I really, really struggled with keeping up with substituting and finding new recipes. So that was very hard, being able to find new recipes that I liked. Because me, I'm really fussy. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like beans. I don't like lentils. So it was very hard to find recipes that were good, that I enjoyed. So I found myself purchasing a lot of fake, meats and stuff, like in the freezer section. I found myself buying a lot of those, and it just worked out to be really expensive for me. I know that if you are good at, your recipes and your groceries, you know how to make cheap vegan meals. But for me, I just couldn't do it. It was really hard. But throughout my experience of being vegan, I did really enjoy it. My body felt really good. I was losing weight. I didn't feel weighed down after a meal. So yeah, I didn't really have any bad experiences except for struggling with the recipes and with the having to substitute everything, because my diet beforehand was very, very heavily, excuse me, I don't know what's happening, very, very heavily dairy orientated and meat orientated. So having to find, different recipes was really hard. My partner Zach was very, very supportive. He would eat anything vegan that I made. I actually ended up making some zucchini, kind of like zucchini fries, but not zucchini fries. But they were so oily. Like, I didn't do it very well, but it was good because it was different, I enjoyed it because it wasn't the same thing. But even though I'm no longer vegan, I have nothing against vegans. I think it's great that they're, getting the message out there and, showing people that you don't have to do what everyone does. You can be different. You can, I think that's great. So, oh gosh, 5 minutes isn't a long time. So yeah, I think it's wonderful. I think everyone should incorporate a vegan meal into their diet at least once a week or twice a week, and just get a bit of a taste. It is possible that vegan meals can taste good. So, but not a lot of meat eaters would agree with that. So, but anyway, thank you for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. This is going to be really awkward if Keith puts me at the end, so bye.
Hey, hi, over here. I know, it's so great to see you. Oh my gosh, give me a hug. Oh, wow. I know, it's been way too long. And look at your hair. Oh, I love it. Did you get your coffee?
Yeah, I got mine too, right when I first came in. I know I snagged us a good spot, didn't I? I love the coffee here. So come on, sit down. Tell me what's going on. You sounded really excited on the phone, and yeah, I just want to hear everything. Wow. Oh my gosh. You decided to go vegan. That's fantastic. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, I'd love to share my experiences with you and give you my tips and tricks and everything else. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah. Okay, where to start? Well, I guess just kind of telling you the things that I've found that, can be a bit of a roadblock for new vegans. So one of them is that people definitely don't eat enough when they first switch over. People, they're used to restricting their portions. They're used to eating really high calorie foods that are very low density, meaning they don't take up a lot of room in your stomach. And vegan foods are completely the opposite, right? So the goal is to eat as much as you can, because most vegan foods are very low in calories. So you need to eat a lot of them to make up for the calories that you're not getting with other things. Just make sure that you're eating enough, and you may need to eat more frequently. So you may need to eat 4 or 5 meals a day instead of 3. So you can kind of space things out and just eat when you're hungry. Like when your body's telling you it wants something, eat. And don't be afraid of eating. I think the second thing is that you don't have to break the bank to be vegan, right? So just stay away from the highly processed, vegan kind of prepackaged goods, and stick more to the produce aisle, grains and beans, potatoes. Like there's so many amazing things that you can eat that don't cost a lot of money. So just kind of stay away from the processed vegan foods, and you'll be good. You'll actually probably save money. And then also, don't think that you have to go 100% hardcore today, right? Because that's another reason why people fail, is that they have, this is a huge change, right? This is a huge change for you. And food isn't just about food. It's about a lot of other things. It's about traditions. It's about memories. It's about family. Sometimes it's about comfort. And so, it's a transition. It's really a journey, and your journey is just starting today, and I'm so excited for you. So just remember that veganism is all about compassion, right? It's about, first of all, compassion for yourself, because you're doing something really healthy and amazing for yourself. You're taking care of yourself and focusing on you, and that's really great. It's also compassion for the animals, because you're no longer participating in the animal agriculture industries. And I won't get into all of that today. There's plenty of videos and literature out there for you to explore when you're ready. And also, you're taking care of the planet, right? You're becoming a true environmentalist, because the animal agriculture industries are one of the largest polluters out of everything. They have the biggest impact on our environment. And so by not participating in that, by not supporting those industries, you're definitely helping the planet. So it's all about compassion. And as you take your vegan journey, just remember that there's no one way to be vegan, right? There's a lot of stereotypes about vegans, that you have to be certain type of person, or you have to participate in certain activities or certain groups, or you have to dress a certain way or shop in a certain place. And that's just absolutely not true. There are so many ways to be vegan, just as many ways as there are stars in the sky and snowflakes falling, right? Everybody's unique, and everybody is vegan in their own way. And just remember to be yourself. I love you so much. Oh my gosh. And I'm so happy for you, and I'm so excited for you. And I just wish you the best of luck. And I'm always here if you need anything. All right. Oh, I'm so happy for you. One more hug. Let's finish our coffee before it gets cold, huh?
Hello, my name is Nebula ASMR, and tonight I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite vegan foods. So I'm going to be be focusing on sharing with you some great vegan cheese and meat substitutes. Okay, so let's just get started. So first I have some shredded cheddar cheese, and this is from the company called Violife or Violife. And I use these mainly to make quesadillas, but you can also put them in pasta or use it for pizza, whatever you like. They're very, very tasty, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a good vegan cheese brand. They also make cheese slices with many different flavors, but this one is the smoked provolone. Other than this company, I also really like chow cheese, and Follow Your Heart is good too. And speaking of Follow Your Heart, I have this sauce from them, well, dressing actually, but this is a blue cheese dressing, and they also make ranch, honey mustard, and they also do some really great mayo, like their chipotle mayo is one of my favorites, so I'd also recommend this brand if you're looking for some good dressing and sauce options. Okay. And these are plant-based deli slices. This is the bologna style. They also have turkey, ham, peppered, all different kinds of flavors. So these are really good for just making sandwiches. And here I have some vegan mac and cheese. This brand is Daya. They also make cheese and pizzas as well. This mac and cheese is really good. They have a few different flavors, and this is very much similar to the Velveeta style mac and cheese. So it comes with the pasta shells and the very creamy, cheesy sauce. There you get the pasta shells. And then these are the fake bacon to add to it. And the cheese sauce. And for some sweets to show you, this is some yogurt, and it's coconut-based yogurt, and it's the company So Delicious. They make really good like yogurt, and I think they make ice cream too, as well as plant-based milks. This is the peach flavor, but they also make a key lime flavor, which is really tasty. And then straight out of the freezer, slightly melting Ben & Jerry's cookie dough frozen dessert. So this is the Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream, and it's really delicious. There's a lot of different kind of non-dairy ice creams out there, but I would highly recommend trying Ben & Jerry's if you can find it near you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those vegan food items I showed you. And I must say that there are so many really good vegan plant-based options out there nowadays. So I'd say it's really easy to go vegan, or just if you're trying to transition and eat less animal products, there's a lot of great choices out there to choose from. Okay, well, thank you so much, and have a good night. Bye.
G'day, it's Sheila, and today I'm making a lasagna. Just place a small onion and about 4 cloves of garlic into your blender with a can of rinsed cannellini beans and about half a cup of cashews. The cashews will make it creamy and the beans will thicken it, whilst also adding protein. I also added about a 1/4 teaspoon of Vegemite because I was out of nooch, which is also known as nutritional yeast. So Vegemite is kind of that yeast-like flavor, like nutritional yeast, and it's also salty, so if you want to add in some nutritional yeast and salt, that will work too. I also added in about half a teaspoon of vegan salt reduced chicken stock. Next you will need to chop about 4 or 5 button mushrooms and chop it to a fine mince, or a mildly medium mince. It's not quite a coarse mince, but this will add that chewy, meaty-like texture to the dish. Then chop half a cup of walnuts to add that fatty component to the meat. It also adds a nice gentle crunch texture to the end product, which I like. Next we are going to make our substitute meat. We will need soya granules, which is also known as TVP or TSP, which is a textured vegetable protein. I'm also adding a couple of cubes of frozen spinach that I am thawing out in some hot water. You'll need to strain this. I like to also empty a capsule of iron into my faux meats because it makes it taste like meat. That is optional. I also love to add this product to my faux meats. It's a bacon bits product made out of soy. It is vegan and it has a very smoky, salty, umami bacon flavor, and I love it. It's the best. I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of mixed Italian herbs. I like this one because it has bits of dried onion and capsicum in it. But I am obsessed with oregano, so that will do in a pinch. I also forgot, I usually add a lot of fresh basil from my garden, but I forgot to. I recommend you add any herbs you like. Don't forget to add a splash of soy sauce. I don't know, I think I may have added about a teaspoon. And you can also add in your favorite barbecue sauce. And in my case, I am adding vegan red Thai curry paste because I love it. So to begin, put some pasta sauce at the bottom of your tray and then add in a couple of sheets of gluten-free sheets of lasagna or wheat lasagna sheets if you can have wheat. But if you like, you can also use the sheet of potato. I just like to have at least one bite of a bit of pasta. Now we can begin with the layering. So put down some more pasta sauce, the mushroom and walnut mixture, and a sprinkle of polenta and the fake meat and bechamel sauce, and spread it evenly. I don't have vegan parm handy, but it's easy to make, so I'm just putting straight up almond meal on top. Bacon bits because they're delicious, and my favourite Italian herbs. I cooked it for 200 degrees for an hour and then removed the foil and cooked it for another 10 minutes or so. As you can see in this photo, it's all very sloppy joes, but it's very tasty. And in this photo, it's super ultra firm, so it does hold its shape, which is excellent and what you want from a lasagna. Thanks for watching, and good night.
And there you have it. I hope you found this video to be educational, informative, relaxing, and maybe even entertaining. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click subscribe, ring the bell, and join the fam so you won't miss a single video. And make sure to follow my Twitch channel. I'll have a link to that below in the description. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And make sure to check out all of the very talented ASMR artists who participated in this video. Links to their channels will be below in the description as well. So show them some love. I would really appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, as always, stay chill.